Hi beautiful people, my name is Ariana and this is my first video on my channel and I'm pretty nervous. I'm 20 years old, my major is art and I have the experience of living with a tailor mom for my past 20 years. So I think there's a lot of things that I can share with you. There's a lot of things that I want to share with you. Another thing about me that you must know is that, well, around a year ago and maybe more, I've been selected for lottery in America and I've been waiting for a long time for my case and my immigration. And a few months ago, Trump put the name of my country into the list of countries that must be rejected. So automatically I've been rejected without even trying. So I want to still have the connection that I want to with people around the world, and I think speaking English is part of me that I can barely share with anyone, and I want to create a space that I can do it here. So let's go. To make this beautiful flower, first thing that you need is sheer fabric, or specifically chiffon. I used chiffon, or as we say in Persian, harir seydan. And as I'm gonna show you, this flower has a base, and my mom made a video on her Instagram that she explained how to make it. So I'm gonna translate it for you. The first thing I did was to make 3 or 4 different patterns, circle-shaped patterns, to cut my fabric into it so I can burn the edges with candle, as you can see here. So what we should do is to sandwich our leaves and flowers between linen fabric and put iron on it and give it heat so it would heat it up. Next thing we should do is to take the edges of linen fabric while our iron is still on our fabric and take the edges in our hand and kind of grab it and twist it so that we can create that pleating effect that you see all over this flower. So I'm gonna show you how to make the base of this so you can arrange your flowers and your fabric on it. We cover a circle of American satin with a diameter of 20 cm with a layer of fusible interfacing. For next layer, we need 4 woven boning, 2 horizontal rows and 2 vertical rows. We cover the woven boning with a layer of fabric fusing tape, polyester wadding, and another row of American satin, which we covered with the fusible interfacing. We opened the end of it by 1 to 2 centimeters and iron it. Then we put fabric fusing tape inside and iron it again. When you finished making the base, another thing that you should know is that I used lace fabric here to give that poofy effect. All around it, you twist the lace and stitch it with your hand all over it. And this is how you should arrange the flowers on the base. You see, you use the biggest leaves on the edges like this and go smaller and smaller till the end of it. In every step and every layer, you stitch the flowers into it. So when it's finished, the last thing that you should do is to paint your flower to give it that dimensional effect. You know, it looks like a real flower. So the brand that I used for this flower was Work, I guess. It's a Persian brand based on what Google says. If you live in another country, in America, or I don't know, you can use Dilan or Tulip Soft or fabric paint or dimensional fabric paint. I don't know. Search it, you will find it. So I mix my paint with a little bit of butter on my palette and use my brush to kind of put it in the whole thing. And the thing is that if you don't soak your flower with butter, it will look like it's a stain, you know, that it will give us, you know, a dirty work. We don't want that. We want this softness from too much to a little bit of a hint of color, you know. And when you're satisfied with your work, you can let it dry. And you should also put another fabric or I don't know, something under it so like it can dry out sooner and faster. That extra butter doesn't like destroy the whole thing. And you can repeat the process as much as you want, because every time that this flour gonna be like dried, the pigment is gonna be lower. You may have to do this whole process a few times. I actually did it maybe 2 or 3 times, I guess, but it worth the trouble, so please do it. And I'm still nervous, so subscribe my channel, and I hope that I will see you again. And this is my cousin Jana. She wore this beautiful dress for her birthday, and look, she's so cute.